Help! I'm really short. What jean style should I wear? How do I know if I'm long or short-waisted? Where should miniskirts finish to look flattering on a petite frame? Just help me look taller. Hi everyone, my name is Eleanor and I'm a petite style blogger. And on this channel, we explore our personal style together. I help you to build your outfits in a chic and stylish way so that you become more confident. I post weekly style videos, so if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing so that you stay informed of all my future videos. So to get back to the topic of today's video, today we'll be discussing how to dress when you are petite. In terms of my frame, I am 1.56 meters, that's 5'1", and yes, I am considered petite. The reason why I made this video today is because over on Instagram, where I discuss petite styling tips, you guys sent me so many questions, and based on the questions that I've been receiving over the last few months, and based on the way that I've been styling my petite frame, I have put together an ebook containing all my timeless and classic styling techniques and guidelines to help you dress your petite frame better. So this ebook is available for free download. I will leave the link below. It's completely free. You just go to the link and you'll be able to download it. And so everything that we'll be discussing in this video today, you'll be able to read through in the ebook. And I really want you to refer back to the ebook and use it as a little virtual pocket guide that you can refer to whenever you are in need of some styling tips. Like I said, the tips in there are completely timeless, completely classic. So it doesn't matter which fashion trends come and go, you'll always be able to refer back to it and to use those tips so that you always remain confident and beautifully stylish in the clothes you wear. So what exactly does being petite refer to? Well, if you are petite, it only refers to your height, how tall you are. It has nothing to do with what size clothing you wear. It has nothing to do with your body shape either. It purely refers to your height. Now, I live in the UK, and in the UK you are considered petite when you are 5'3" or 1.6 meters. I just had to refer back to my notes. Now, if you're in the US, you are considered petite at a height of 5'4" or 1.62 meters. Now, either way, the reason why petite measurements are important is because if you were to go and buy your clothes in the regular section of the store, the clothing would be cut to different proportions. Now, if you're watching this as a petite, I'm sure many of you can relate that often when you go into store to buy something like a blazer or just a jumper, the sleeves are usually way too long, the hem of the trousers are too long, the inseam length is just too long. Sometimes when you wear a dress, the waist is just too low. It's like, where's my waist? So that's why these things are important. So if you were to go and buy something from a petite section of the store, these measurements would ideally be cut to our proportions. Now, because it's not always possible to buy from a petite section, the brand might not have kind of like a petite division, or sometimes you just really like something but it's not available in petite. For these reasons, I'm going to share the following tips and tricks with you. So I think one way to dress a petite frame that is really complementary is to dress in monochromatic colors. It's also referred to as tonal dressing. So what this means is that you would essentially wear one color from head to toe. It doesn't have to be exactly the same color, but if they are tones of the same color, it would work well. And the reason why this is very complementary is because it forms one continuous column from head to toe, and it has a lengthening effect on the body, drawing the eye from top to bottom, and that kind of gives the illusion of length. Often when you wear two completely different colors, it can have a shortening effect. For example, if you're wearing green on top and then pink trousers, it can have a shortening effect, whereas wearing one long continuous color has that lengthening effect, complementing the petite frame. Similarly, when petites wear long maxi dresses, it has a similar effect. So because the dress is long, it draws the kind of like the viewer's eye from the top to the bottom in one long continuous column, and it just has this lengthening effect on the body. Now the third tip I want to share is probably one that I've been doing instinctively for quite a long time, and I think it makes such a huge difference on a petite frame, and that is to apply the rule of thirds. So what is the rule of thirds? It is a division that is very aesthetically pleasing to the eye. Now let me explain. So if you look at the human body, you can divide the body into three parts. So you can divide the body from the neck to the waist to the mid-thigh, and lastly the mid-thigh to the feet. So if you dress the body by taking the rule of thirds into account, you are automatically going to end up with outfits and a look that is so much more flattering and so much more complimentary. So with this first look, you can see that the body is divided into half, and the top and the skirt are both of equal length. So visually it divides the body into half and half, and actually it's not an ideal division because it's just not that complementary, and the proportions just don't look great. Now if you have a look at the second outfit, it has a considerably shorter top, and basically it divides the body into a third up top and into 2/3 at the bottom. So the 2/3 being made up of the mini skirt and then my legs. And basically I just appear so much taller in the second outfit if you compare that to the first outfit again. Now luckily this isn't just limited to a shorter top and a longer bottom. It can also be applied the other way around with a longer top and a shorter bottom, and it has a similar effect. My favorite type of look though is look number 2, where you have a shorter torso forming that 1/3 up top and then 2/3 at the bottom. So here I've created it with a mini skirt, but it could also be with a maxi skirt, it could be with a pair of jeans, it could be with a pair of trousers. I really find that look so complimentary on my petite frame. And then I just like to reiterate that even though it's referred to as the rule of thirds, it's not always that hard and fast. Sometimes it's more of a feeling, so I do encourage you to play around with your outfits. You know, tuck shirts in, take them out, experiment with your skirt hem lengths, and just kind of see what looks great visually. At the end of the day, you have to feel comfortable in what you're wearing, and if you don't feel comfortable following a rule or a guideline, and if it's not for you, then that's totally okay. The most important thing is that you feel comfortable in what you're wearing. Now, my next tip is to wear high-waisted everything. So whether that's jeans, trousers, skirts, if you wear something that is high-waisted, it literally elevates your waistline, making your legs appear longer, taller than they really are, and it's just such a great kind of illusion created for the eye. I dress like this all the time and it works so well. And wearing high-waisted pieces automatically makes you apply the rule of thirds, because you are elevating your waistline and then you have a shorter torso, creating that third up top and 2/3 below guideline or rule. So for tip number 5, I would say wear the correct jean style. Now I say correct, however, again, it's always important that you wear what you feel most comfortable in. So my first suggestion is to wear a pair of straight cut jeans. Now straight jeans are probably my favorite right now. So straight jeans are relatively slimming through the leg, and because they are quite straight, your eye is just drawn down from top to the bottom, and it's especially great if they are high-waisted, because again, they make your legs look longer, and they are just convenient because they can be dressed up or down, and they just work so well. My second suggestion for jeans is flare and bootcut jeans. Now these are great because they are fitted over the thigh and then they flare out below the knees, which extends your leg, and it just has that lengthening effect that so many of us as petites are after, and so they just work really great on petites. The third type of jeans that I suggest is a pair of wide jeans. Now I have heard it said that petites can't wear wide jeans because they make you look really short and that they are quite unflattering. However, I beg to differ. So if you style them correctly or style them in a flattering way, they can work so well. So the way that I've styled them here is by wearing them high-waisted, or the jeans are high-waisted. So again, my waistline is elevated. They are full length. They're not cropped or anything like that. They are full length. And then I've also styled it with a shirt that I've tied in a cropped way. So over here, it's creating that third up top and 2/3 at the bottom rule. And I just think it works so well. I think it's a great look on petites overall. So this leads me into the next tip, which is to wear items that are cropped. Now, cropped jackets, cropped t-shirts. Now, wearing anything cropped is automatically going to create that third up top and 2/3 at the bottom rule for you. So if you think about, or if you have a look at this jacket that I'm wearing over here, I've got another jacket over here. I just find them so complementary. And sometimes you could even end up buying something that's cropped from the regular section of the store, but because it's cropped, it will end up sitting where it should on you. And of course, when you wear a cropped item, it will naturally accent your waist. So in a similar way, if you look for other areas of your body to accentuate with your clothing, this can also create an illusion of length. For example, if you wear a top that is like a V-neck top, that will reveal your neck. And if you have an especially long neck, you might want to emphasize that and create some extra length there with a V-neck. For me, I have a particularly small waist, so I love to accentuate my waist either by clothing that's cut to accentuate the waist, or with a belt, or sometimes I will wear two different items. For example, a cropped t-shirt with a cropped jacket and a high-waisted pair of trousers, and that will naturally define my waist even more. My next tip is to wear vertical lines. Now, I think it's a widely held concept that horizontal lines will have a widening effect and vertical lines will have a lengthening effect. So it stands to reason then that wearing vertical stripes is probably a petite's best friend. Now, of course, you don't always have to wear vertical stripes to create the lengthening effect. In this case, I'm wearing a pleated skirt, and the vertical pleats have that same lengthening effect. Similarly, here I'm wearing a ribbed knit dress, and you can see the vertical pattern of the knitting going down. That has a similar lengthening effect. My next tip is to wear nude shoes. Now, nude can be any color that is closest to your skin tone. So for me, nude would be brown, whereas for you, it might be something else. But the reason why this works so well is because it extends your body into your shoe, which creates that lengthening effect. Now, it especially has a lengthening effect when the shoes you are wearing are pointed, as it just has an overall elongating effect on the body. Now, if you're in doubt, wear heels. There probably couldn't be a more obvious kind of tip that I could give as to wear heels. However, wearing heels isn't always possible, but where you can, try to even wear a little kitten heel or just a tiny elevation in your boot or your shoe. It can make such a huge difference to your overall posture and how you carry yourself. And sometimes when you've got that little bit of extra height, you actually just feel a lot more confident, which means you carry yourself a lot more confident and you carry yourself a lot taller. The next tip I have for you is to consider scaling down your accessories. Now, because we're short, often items that are made for regular size girls are just too big for us. Now, the most obvious example I can share with you is here where I'm wearing the same outfit. So I'm wearing the same outfit. However, if you look at the side where I'm carrying a smaller bag, it looks like the bag was almost created for the outfit, or I just look a lot more purposeful with my outfit. Like I wanted to go for something small and that it suits my entire frame. Whereas on the side where I've got the bigger bag, it just looks a little bit more almost ill-considered, and that it's just too big for my frame. Now, I understand it's not always possible to wear smaller bags. Sometimes we have to carry laptops around, we have our babies or children's things to carry around in our bags with us. However, it might be nice to follow this guideline where it's a special occasion and you just want everything to look really in proportion and like you've really thought about the entire look. My second last tip for you is to find a good Tailor. Now, sometimes it just so happens that you've been to all the Petite sections, you've tried this Petite brand, you've tried that Petite brand, you've tried this tip, that trick, nothing works. The outfit just doesn't work, or the piece of clothing just doesn't really work. And in that case, I do suggest having your clothes tailored to make them really, really fit you. I've done this a few times and it's made such a difference, especially with clothing that I really love that just weren't working for me. The benefits of this is that you are able to wear the item for so much longer. You're able to pair the item with so many other items in your wardrobe because it just fits you so well. I really highly recommend finding a good tailor. And my last styling tip for you today is to look to other petites for styling inspiration. I think finding inspiration when it comes to dressing our petite frames is so important because you can kind of see what's worked for them, what hasn't worked for them, and it really works great if you follow someone who has a similar coloring to you, a similar body shape, and a similar height. Again, you can just see what's worked for them, what hasn't worked for them, and you can draw inspiration from them. And I think that just works so well. There are quite a few other petites who I follow online, and they've really helped me to define my personal style. So that is it for today, everyone. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I think it's probably going to be a little bit of a long video, but I really wanted to get all of this out and across to you. And again, the ebook, How to Dress When You're Petite, is available for free download. Just click the link below and you'll be able to download it for free. Please hit the like button if you like this video. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.